Up until recently, one of my goals in life was to become rich, have a bunch of money, go to these really nice places. But I was completely wrong. My view on purpose and desire has changed completely in the last few weeks. And what I learned could literally save months of your life. This is why I'm making this video, so that you also scrutinize your desires. Because I think that as a man, this is very important. A few weeks ago, when I was with one of my friends, he tells me all excited that there's this great opportunity and he has great news. When I ask him what it is, he just shows me a TikTok fan page that just posts Ariana Grande videos. And I tell him that I don't understand, why are you showing me this? And he tells me that this TikTok page could be ours. And it had 350,000 followers. It was his friend's account, but she didn't really use it now. And when I heard this, I was really hyped up, thinking about all the ways that we could get money out of it. We would write things down, we would plan it out, and we would eventually decide to go with affiliate marketing. We meet with the friend and she gives us access to the account. Things are going nice. We sign up to Amazon, create an affiliate account, look at a bunch of Ariana Grande t-shirts, hoodies, perfumes, everything. Create a very quick Linktree page, put all the links there. Everything seems to be going nice. And we put the link in our bio and start posting some videos advertising the products that we sell. And we posted some more videos, and in the following days we see that we got 10 clicks. And in the next day, 20 clicks. In the next couple of days, 35 clicks, 60 clicks, 80 clicks, 100 clicks. And then we see that we sold a product. The first ever product that we sold was a t-shirt, and we made $1 from it. And I was really excited. That was my first ever money that I made online. But yet I had a weird feeling lurking in the back of my mind. A feeling that something wasn't quite right. Now at this time I was still making my YouTube videos and I really liked it. And it was about this time where I watched one of Hamza's videos. I think it was the Full Discipline Guide, where he said that we should question our desires and purposes because it might not even be ours. What we think we want might not even be our own desire, and you might have been brainwashed into it. And then after watching that video, I realized that I don't actually want to be rich. I was thinking that one of my purposes was to become rich and have a bunch of money, go to these luxury places. That was wrong. When I journaled about that, what I really want from life, what are my desires, I realized that I don't actually want that. I wasn't born with that desire to become rich. Somewhere along the line, that desire was put inside me by media or influencers. It might have been a Andrew Tate podcast, but my desire was not actually to be really rich. And the only reason I was doing this Ariana Grande TikTok affiliate link thing was because of money. It was because I wanted to get rich. But I hated making these advertisement videos of perfumes and t-shirts saying that, oh, click the link in bio here, link in bio here. So I messaged my friends saying that I'm not doing this affiliate thing anymore because it's not aligned with my purpose. And from that point on, I'm still trying to figure out what my purpose is right now, journaling about it, and I'm still not sure. My purpose might be something along the lines of self-improvement, trying to help other people with their lives, and learning more about philosophy and religion, and trying to realize God, and learning more about what this reality is, but it might be too early for that. But I think it's really important, especially for us men, to consider our purpose in life, and then dedicate our life and align our life around that purpose. Now, if you desire genuinely to build a successful business, and that is a part of your purpose, your core desire, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. If it's a part of your purpose, 100% definitely pursue that. I'm not trying to tell you that these things are bad. I'm just saying that you should definitely examine your desires, and if it's placed there by someone else, and if it's not your true desire, then you probably shouldn't dedicate your life to it. But I think that it's really important for us to really understand this concept of purpose. And that is where the book The Way of the Superior Man comes in, because it explains purpose in a very nice way. And if you haven't read this book already, it is a must read. It can genuinely change the rest of your life. This is how good this book is. So I highly recommend it. So let's talk about purpose. So what the book says is that we have different layers of purposes, and this is what I call the purpose onion. You can imagine it like having your core desire. This black dot is your core desire, and it is at the center. And around it, you have these lesser layers of purposes. This is why I call it the onion, because it's like an onion with a bunch of layers. And basically, the trajectory of our lives and most men's lives is to get to that deepest desire. That is our trajectory, to break through these desires and get to that deep core ultimate desire, find out what it is and fully live it. And this is why it's so important to scrutinize our desires and really think about them. If it is our desire, if it's actually we want that, or was it put there by someone else? Let me show you. Let me show you an example. Let's say that you're at the gym and you see this nice guy with buff guy, nice shoulders and everything. And now maybe a desire will arise in you because of some insecurity. Maybe you want more women to look at you or some kind of thing, and you will add a new layer that wasn't supposed to be there. And that is to get buff. And now you have to spend months to get through that layer, wasting your time. Now, if your actual desire is to have a nice body and to be physically fit and healthy, then of course pursue that. What I'm talking about here is that maybe you got that desire because of insecurity. Let me show you another example. Maybe you've seen a podcast of Andrew Tate or something, and watching him on the podcast, maybe you got the desire to be like him, and maybe you thought that his life seemed very cool with all the cars and women and everything. You might have got the desire to be as rich like him and have that money like him, so you add an extra layer to this purpose onion that wasn't supposed to be there. And now you might spend years trying to break through that purpose that wasn't even supposed to be there. This is why it's so important to really think whether or not the desire is truly yours or was it implanted in you. But just know that you have this core desire, and basically our goal is to get to this desire and break through these lesser desires. And if you're not careful enough, you might put there these false layers that wasn't supposed to be there by false desires that isn't actually yours, that has been put there by media or influencers or someone else, and that will waste so much of your time. Now let me tell you a story. Imagine for a second a young man whose desire is to become an entrepreneur, so he starts working super hard, doing a bunch of deep work, working out, learning and improving every day, working a lot consistently, and after a long time, he starts doing really well. His business starts growing. What might happen to this guy after his success? His lifestyle is going to change. He might get a nice girlfriend who is actually not that nice. He might get a nice watch that he wants to show off on Instagram, or a car, nice dinners. These things seem nice, and yet he's not waking up early or working on his business that hard anymore. He's distracted and not doing the things that got him here in the first place. But the notifications are coming in from the group chats, getting the likes from Instagram, or everyone validating him, but he's not realizing that he's using up the success that his younger self built. But he is not adding to it. He is not planting more seeds so that they can grow in the future and so that he can have fruits for the future. He stopped planting. And then the momentum starts to drop. And what's dangerous here is that he might get too far into the distractions and start abusing drugs, making stupid mistakes, or even getting the wrong girl pregnant by getting too far into distractions. I mean, you see this happening all the time with athletes who work really hard, go to the gym every day, train in that sweaty gym all day long, go home, and even at home they're stretching, looking at other people's techniques, and when they finally get that championship belt, they are enjoying the success. They are going to all these parties, drinking a lot, abusing drugs, hooking up with a bunch of women, and they get used to this lifestyle, and then they start losing momentum. And they don't realize that while they are losing momentum and getting too distracted, someone else is still in the gym training very hard. And when they meet, he's going to take the championship belt. Right now, you might be thinking, and correct me if I'm wrong, you might be thinking that, but when do I get to enjoy the success? You understood now that success can lead to distractions. But you might be thinking then, when do I get to enjoy the success? That was the whole point, to experience the parties, the women, the status, the fame. And Hamza said this in his video, which I think is completely true, that at this point you might realize that the reward for discipline and hard work was never the material success. That's the average person's ambitions and desires. The Instagram likes, the fame, the money, the status, the women. But the superior man's ambition might be personal fulfillment, progressing towards his ultimate purpose, his core desire. And it might not seem that cool, you definitely won't get that much likes for this, but at the end of your life, you'll die with a smile on your face, instead of regretting all the things that you didn't do, all the opportunities that you missed, regretting not getting to your full potential, and that you could have been much better. But you got distracted. Maybe that's the reward. So you really gotta think about, where are your desires coming from? Are you working hard and being disciplined because of women? Now be completely honest right now, because it might be for you that you're working hard and you're on self-improvement because of women. It might just be. Or because of the Instagram likes, or to get invited to that party. Where is that desire coming from? Like, really, where is the desire for validation and parties are coming from? Well, it might just be from childhood, for example, when you were 6 years old and you didn't get invited to a party, or when your mother didn't notice that you were crying, and now that's a deep wound inside of you. And now 15 years later, we're dedicating our lives to work trying to patch up that wound. If you throw away all this bullshit and really think what it is that you want from this life, it's probably not to just sit on a beach with your little drinks, your legs up, relaxing all day. And it's probably also not a lot of pleasure. It's probably not a bunch of alcohol, drugs, parties, or women. It probably is to be financially well off and okay, which I think is a pretty good desire. But if you peel back all the bullshit, it's probably not to be rich. Because after a certain point, more money won't bring you any more happiness or more fulfillment. Now, if you're making more money because of a deeper desire that you have, or because you're contributing more to the world because of that deep desire, that's fine, but the focus has changed now. The focus is now on contribution and your deeper purpose. And it's not on becoming rich and money. I mean, there were studies that showed that there is no correlation between the amount of money that you have and your well-being. Like, after a certain point, the more money that you have, it won't change a thing on your well-being. It will stay here. The money won't change a thing until a certain point. As of now, I think that the best enjoyment of life comes from disciplining yourself to fulfilling your full potential and finding or striving to find your core desire and not rewarding yourself of what the modern world considers enjoying success. Spending all your money, nice cars, sitting with your legs up on a beach, bunch of women. That is the modern world's perception of enjoying success. Now, if you really think about it, why do we have these desires to have a nice car, for example? It's literally so that when you're out on the street, someone will do this. It's literally this head movement. This is why we are spending years of our life and money to buy a nice car for this. So someone will notice you on the street. For validation. So that you can say, see, people look at me, I'm worthy of being a human being, I'm worthy of love. That is why we're spending months and years for a nice car. For this. So someone will do this on the streets. Or for validation from our friends or the people that we know who don't even care about us. And I think that real success and reward is striving forward, and not for material success, but for more personal fulfillment, to realize our potential, and that it was never about the money, the fame, or the women, but about having something challenging that we actually liked, and that hopefully contributed something to the world. When you reframe your mind to think in this way, every second of work will be rewarding for you. You're not going to be working. It's going to be playing for you. It's just like how it is for top athletes. They don't look at the sport as a work. When they get on the basketball court, it's playtime for them. They are going to play. And the reward is not the nice cars, the fancy jets or women. It's their day-to-day life. That's their reward. You came into this world empty-handed, and whatever happens to you here, you're leaving empty-handed. No matter how much stuff you have accumulated throughout your years, you're not going to take it with you. You're going to leave it all behind. True wealth, in my opinion, is the depth of your awareness, your perception of the world and your life, and your contribution to the world. I hope that this video was helpful for you, and I hope that I made you think about your desires and what you really want from this life. And I am doing also free one-on-one coaching calls if you're interested. There will be my email in the description. You can write me and we will contact each other. And I will also leave a link to my full summary of the Way of the Superior Man for completely free. You don't have to do anything. And I hope that this video was helpful. Have a great day. Goodbye.